Hello, hello. Today I wanted to share a little tip, nature-inspired sound design. Obviously, what we're looking at right now is the good old self-oscillation of the filter, but not every filter gives you that extra side effect. That glide, I really like this effect. It's really, really beautiful, very, very organic. For example, most of the filters will give you something like this. Right? So I went through most of the filters in VCV Rack to find out, which filters are actually the most interesting. So obviously Vault, and there are a couple of filters here in this package that give you that glide. But this little plugin as well, there are 3 filters in this whole package, and they all are very interesting. So ladder. If you right click, you also have different integration methods. So they will also determine how big is that glide. Then we have state variable filter. Very nice. It's almost like minor third range. And again, we have options here. And this one is very interesting, silent key filter. It goes the other way. So owls, you can do owls. Very nice. And finally, we should mention VCF, the stock VCF. It's very quiet. It has a little bit of that glide, but this module is full of secrets. So if you're interested, I made an entire video only about this module. It's called the most underrated module in VCV, and there are a lot of little quirks in this filter as well. But no matter what, I think this diode filter, this ladder, I think is, from what I found, it has the highest range. You can change brightness, right? Because we have from 1 to 4 pole output, and we have also different models. Very, very useful. Now, this lovely effect is also available outside VCV Rack in other environments, such as Ableton Live here. And I'm using only stock plugins. So the way you set this up is you need to go into this menu and select one of those 4 filters, such as MS2, anything except clean. And the second thing you need to do is you need to feed this filter a little bit of noise. So either you have some plugin that generates noise, or in this case, it's as simple as taking the mic input of my crappy microphone, my crappy laptop microphone, and then attenuate it almost to infinity, just to give it a little bit. And notice that if I switch this off, it's gone, right? So we need that fuel for our filter. I was also curious to find out which soft synths will give me that whale call effect, and I didn't find that many. These are a couple that caught my attention. So here we have Arturia's version of Minimoog. And another one I found was the Juno's emulation by TAL. I really like how this one responds. And here's the funny thing. Here I have Arturia's emulation of the very same synthesizer, also Juno. And yet, maybe it's just the difference between 6 and 60, but I don't think so. They were supposed to have the same filter. Notice how disappointing this resonance is. Nothing interesting. Yeah. And finally, let's try to recreate that whale call effect with Serum. Now, you might think that that's a bad idea because these filters are terrible at self-oscillating. In fact, they're not supposed to. However, there is a trick. So let me show you. From fully initialized preset, what you do is turn off this oscillator, turn on noise, just 1% is enough, then route it through our filter. And here's the important part. You need to select very specific one. This is pretty much the only one that will give us anything interesting, which is German LP. I tried all of them, and you really want to select this one. And then when we press any key, so it's not as crazy as those other filters, but we can use other features of Serum to really create something interesting with it. So for example, if we enable this keyboard tracking, we can have really nice pads. Now, obviously, I don't want to use this knob every time I play a new chord. So in Serum, obviously, we can do whatever we want. So let's find that point where this filter starts self-oscillating. So that would be somewhere 89, 90. And I will use a second envelope to go in and out of the note. And for this to work, we also need to increase release for a couple of seconds. So let's add a reverb. So it's very useful in musical context. However, we can push it further into that proper whale call sound, more organic, if we use a third envelope, and this time we will modulate filter cutoff, and this will be inverted envelope. So let's have a little bit of attack and release. Right, so we're exaggerating this effect that was already there, but very, very, very delicate. And we can push it even further into this organic area if we modulate this cutoff from chaos. Right, so this is the LFO here, a chaotic LFO. The only thing you need to do is you just need a tiny bit of it. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching.